Hello, my name is Julian. There are many things I could talk about when it comes to becoming an effective leader. But in my opinion, there's no better place to start when the foundation of your leadership and your ministry. As we know, every strong house has a strong foundation. I'm currently looking into buying my first house with my wife, and I can't help myself. I keep going onto all the social media platforms and I'm following these city inspectors that show what's wrong with the house. I don't know why I keep going back to it, but I always keep watching them just so I know what to look for when I'm looking for my future house, making sure it's a good, strong house. And foundations are the most important part of that house. As leaders, there are some things we need to understand about our leadership foundation when it comes to building our ministries. Foundations, number one, are labor intensive. Take a shortcut on a foundation and the house could be condemned after the first inspection. We cannot be lazy in our ministries. Ministry requires hard work. Why? Because it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And with all that hard work, most of the time, it will never be seen by others, only you and God. That was one thing that brought me a lot of conviction in my early days of ministry, that I needed to be the first one in and I needed to be the last one out. The only person that beat me was the senior pastor. Which leads to my second point: foundations are never seen by others. Leaders in ministry often want to make sure the house looks great, everything looks good when people come, but in reality, image holds little significance in ministry. Our true success will be found in the unseen parts of our lives. What are we doing to prepare ourselves every day? Those are the things that will be seen in the fruit of what we do. Which leads me to point number 3, foundations are costly. Yes, there are costs to building ministry. We must understand these costs, especially when it comes to our own families. Before I take any position at a church, of course I pray, but I also include my wife in all the decision making and everything that we do together. I need her to be bought in completely with what we're doing, so that way she understands that there is a cost. If I go into this position, I'm going to be giving time to this, letting it grow. It needs that extra work, and it will be less time that I get to be with you. Foundations are costly. There's a cost to your family, your relationship with your senior pastor, the church body, and the cost to you personally. The question you have to ask before building your foundation is, are you understanding the cost? Foundations can't be redone, our fourth point. We can't be in a rush to build our ministry only to discover later that there was a different plan all along. A great investment means little if it's spent in the wrong location. Which reminds me that it's our fifth point. Foundations are precise. Strong foundations are never built through last-minute ministries. They will never be able to stay strong and long enough. As leaders, we need to take time to sit down, analyze, think ahead, and prepare for what needs to be done. Foundations eliminate instability, which is our sixth foundation. Foundations change the ground they're laid on. Everything around the foundation will shift. Our foundation must be able to survive the environment around it. The culture we live in today will not be the culture that I will be dealing with as I get farther into ministry. We must build our ministries on something that stays true to purpose and principle, regardless of what changes around us. Our seventh point is foundations stay strong during movement and change. When ministries shake, when things go on that shake us to our core, they need to be able to flex and bend. Living in California, we know this very well, that when there's an earthquake, most of our houses have been built to withstand those earthquakes, to be withstanding the shake of the earth. They need to be able to withstand disaster. They both need flexibility and strength, because it leads to our eighth point. Foundations carry the load of the structure. Our foundations will be tested over and over again. Our numbers, our image, and our titles will not be tested, but our foundation will. It will be tested by pressure and resistance and difficulty, and we'll see if it can actually withstand the weight of all of those things. The foundations carry the load of the structure. Finally, a foundation determines the future growth. Your foundation must be big enough to grow beyond what we're currently building. The size of the foundation determines the ultimate size of the structure. If the foundation is small, the build will match it. One of the things my one of my favorite bosses ever told me was, how deep is your well? He was asking, how deep is the well of knowledge that you have? In the same way, how deep does your foundation go? The deeper the foundation, the wider the foundation, the more you'll be able to build on top of it, the bigger it can become, the more you can leave room for God to do more. We have to make sure our foundations are ready to grow past what we expect. Having the wisdom, understanding, and knowledge of how to build your foundation will lead to a ministry that isn't just for the moment or the culture, but it'll be a ministry that lasts.